And it is cold this morning.
It's cold, man. It was a whopping 28 degrees this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be 35 degrees this morning, and we woke up, it was 28 degrees. But we're going to have a great day on the water. Hopefully it doesn't slow them down too much. One of my favorite places to fish.
It is, man.
I don't want to talk about it too much, but it's one of my favorite places to fish.
It's special.
Like I said, northern Minnesota, there's a ton of lakes up here. First, I'm thinking in my head, oh my gosh, there's frost everywhere. Second time in a row that I've been on a trip with Jeremiah, and I wake up and there's like either frost or snow in the boat.
It never fails, does it?
Never fails. Well, then we find out that the plug that we had our boats charging on somehow flipped a breaker last night, so we don't know how much charge we got either. So that could be interesting today.
Yeah, we might have the paddles out or something here this afternoon, but
no wind, right? There's no
wind.
Yeah,
slick calm.
It's like
not a lick of wind. So that is a good thing when it's cold because, well, for me and him, it's a good thing when it's cold because we don't get cold. But may have to slow down a little bit with no wind here.
Yeah, we might have to. You know, honestly, the way we want to catch them, man, is with a big jig, you know, a tube or so. We want to crack on them, man. So hopefully, you know, maybe a crankbait, a tube, a jig. You know, hopefully we don't have to go to like a net head or a drop shot or something. But we'll just kind of see what the fish want to do, man. We might have to slow down this morning. But either way, dude, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. We should still catch a bunch of fish. I mean, we've come here before and had some 100 fish days, 100 plus fish days.
Yeah, you know, there's times where if you can hit it just right and there's nobody on them areas, I mean, shoot, there was one time me and Brian, you know, it was, you know, we had 2 boats and we boated over 200 smallmouth. So,
but I did get my buddy Jeremiah out here today, and so we've talked enough. You're probably tired of hearing me talking. You're ready to see all the somatic stuff,
the fish catches.
So let's go do this.
Let's do it.
I bet they're better than any cold weather gloves you got.
What are they?
They're football gloves, but they got fleece on the inside. They're our cold weather gloves when we play football.
I used to play Madden. 2002.
You ready?
Yeah. Guests always get first cast.
Okay. I'm guessing it's this way.
My butt's a little wet.
There's one.
Got one? Got him.
Got him.
First fish of the day.
First cast. You know what that means? Oh, bad luck. He come on button.
Oh my gosh. And it starts.
He come off. There we go.
Oh.
So when this guy sets the hook, you definitely, you know, I might get, there's one.
You got one?
Yeah, he's sagging it.
Got him.
There we go.
Got him.
Boy, just barely got it too. I think it's a better one. For this place, that's a stud right there. That's a good one, man. Way to get it going, boys. Oh, he's got a choke down his face too, Brian. Looky there. Look at that. There's something about coming up here with Brian. You know, we've been doing this for, what, 5 years, buddy?
Yeah.
And, you know, these are the kind of fish that you come up here for, you know. I mean, it's a good one. Not a giant, but, man, when they eat it like that, that is so much fun. For this place, man, that's a big one right there, you know. You know, getting this far up north, you know, these fish, it takes them a while to get that big. And you know, that's a solid one right there. You know, just mounted on that tube. But, you know, anytime you can come up here, I get to spend some time with this guy on the boat, man, with B-Rob. Doing what we love, man. I love catching these big brown ones with him. It's so much fun. Heck yeah.
Problem is you're at the time of year now where it gets mid-October to the end of October gets pretty sketchy as far as the cold fronts coming through and stuff like that. So if you mistime a trip by 2 days, I mean, you're talking about the difference between 60-degree weather and, you know, the high being 30 degrees. Yeah, so I mean, this is probably going to be the last trip. I mean, here in the next few weeks, it's probably going to start getting pretty cold. Before you know it, you know, by November, you're probably going to start getting some ice in the bays and stuff like that. And it's overnight lows in the 20s. So things are going to cool off real quick. Then fish are going to get more into their winter mode where they're not eating as much. So I think we timed it just right to be able to get this episode out to you guys. So I'm pretty excited about it. Hey, dude, you can't be moving in on us like that. I mean, we're sitting here fishing this rock pile, and oh no, that's just the camera boat we're using.
Oh yeah, okay.
I forgot.
I thought he was fishing with sucker minnows. Good one, dog. Nice one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look into my eyes and tell me what it is you see. Smallmouth. That might be a good one.
Big, huh? I love when it happens. It's a little better one.
That is so much fun. You know, we don't have a lot of these in Texas. We don't have a lot of smallmouth bass. You get a few places that have them, but I'm ate up with it, dude. I mean, to me, I love largemouth fishing. I love catching big largemouth down in Texas, but when you talk about these brown fish, and we're not even catching like giant ones, but they're just so much fun. They fight so hard. I mean, I am 100% in love with these fish. There's no doubt about it.
I knew I was going to try to stick with this as long as I could. Boy, he just barely got it too. Look at that back treble. That's how you know it's just slow and lethargic today. But you know what? I don't care what size they are. When they're eating that frickin' jerkbait like that, oh man, I love it. Boy, you really got to be careful though. Dude, I'll take them. You know,
All day, every day.
all day, every day. God, look at that. Pretty.
I don't know how many of you guys have 360 or have been introduced to it, but we've shot 5 episodes this year, and 3 of them that I can think of for sure, our eyes were pretty much glued to this. One of them was the Polinick episode. Another one is going to be this episode, and then the first episode with Everson Griffin. I had my eyes glued to 360, and it was for that same reason in all 3 of those episodes, which was we were trying to find those transition areas like these little rock piles, points, things like that, where I could find that defined drop off, that defined area of boulders where they start to scatter out a little bit and get a little bit bigger. That is what I've been using 360 for. So if you look at the graph here, this is all calibrated for my 360 basically sitting at the front of the boat. So when you look at this straight up front of the boat, that is everything that is straight ahead of you. So one of the things that actually Polinick taught me that I really have used a lot since he showed this to me was, okay, the front of your boat goes this way. We're using this to find the edge, find the boulders, things like that. So let's just say you want to concentrate on this edge right here where it's deeper water. You got the rock edge here. Well, if you just line your rod up there, it tells you that edge literally goes from there all the way through here. And same thing, if you're trying to find a certain boulder, I mean, okay, we're sitting here, boom, that boulder is right back there. And so that is something that I think is very key with the 360 when you're using it. And I just think, once again, I think it's something that you need to go experience for yourself. I think you need to figure out if it's something that fits your style of fishing. And if it does, I think you'll be very impressed with it.
Oh,
The man behind the camera doesn't always get as much love as he deserves. My man Sam here, literally, as I'm hitting him in the face with a rod, literally said, might be time to pick up a swim bait or something. Well, us being the great listeners that we are, we keep throwing a jerk bait.
yeah. I just brought it up.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. Pick it up. First cast,
Boom.
and this is what happened. And that's how he ate it. So don't think that the camera guys don't always know what they're talking about. Sometimes they know what they're talking about, and you just gotta listen. You know, they're camera guys, but they get to fish with a lot of people. They get to see a lot of different things and learn a lot of different things. So sometimes when Sam, the cameraman, says, pick up a swim bait, pick up a dang swim bait.
He's definitely got a face full.
Yeah, let's look at our fish together. Gee, look at that.
This one just got it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah. That's the type of fish we normally catch here this time of year. Not as thick as the other ones.
Not thicker than a sticker. Dude, chaos. Chaos.
So it has been a crazy year, but 6 months we've been working on this project of the transition season, and it's finally come to an end. There's some people that I definitely have to thank. First off, MJ Pipeline, Michael Floyd. I could not have done this without him. You know, a couple others, Minn Kota Humminbird. I'm not trying to do a big sponsor pitch, but Ranger Everett, Strike King, New Threads, and then of course my wife, my family, my kids. All these people were really the forces behind making this happen. I wasn't sure even if I wanted to do this until I got to thinking about it. I was like, it'd be great to, you know, be able to give back to my fans and let them follow me after my football career has been done. And I think I've been able to do it through this project, and I couldn't have done that without the support of my family and stuff like that. So thank you, all of you guys that I've mentioned, so much for allowing me to do this. I want to thank also the people who came on as special guests. You know, we started off the year with Everson Griffin, and we just had a fun time on the boat. It was great to catch up with him. We got to do some stuff inside the Vikings facility that was awesome. So I got to see all the guys. I got to see all the media people, everybody who makes that organization tick. So that was huge for me as well. We went to the second episode and we had Seth Fighter. Had an amazing day with Seth on the water. And if you don't know Seth, he is just he's a quiet guy, but he is fun to be around. And you know, he's a goofball a little bit, and I love him to death. But he's also got a very simplistic and almost side of him that a lot of people won't see unless you get around him. And that's what I enjoyed the most, was seeing the real person that he is, and how much he cares for the people and that he's with, like his wife and his kid, and but also how much he cares about the sport of fishing. Then we moved on to Brandon Polinick. I've known Brandon Polinick for about 4 or 5 years now, and I've always thought he's a great guy, and I hope you guys got to see that through my transition season episode 3 with him, because he's just an amazing dude to be around and an amazing fisherman. I think he does a lot of things that thinks outside the box that a lot of people don't think about. Then we moved on to Hunter Shryock. I always have a blast when I'm with Hunter. We just mesh really well, and we just have a lot of fun. And if you don't know Hunter, Hunter is just a guy that just has fun. He doesn't overthink things. He just goes and does it. And You know, so I really appreciate him coming on. And then, of course, when you got guys that are friends like Jeremiah Johnson, who has helped us out in more episodes than one, believe it or not. You know, just allowing us to go out with him and not only, you know, helping me break down some lakes and things like that. I mean, anytime you can have multiple boats breaking down different areas, it allows you to hone in on some things. And Jeremiah has always been there for us, helping us do that. And to be able to have him on this last episode was awesome, especially at a lake like this that means so much to me and my family and my friends. You know, and I'm looking forward to next season. I mean, I want to know what you guys think about next season. I want to know where you think we should go, who you think we should fish with, all of those things. Anything that you think should be in next season's episodes, let us know. Comment below. We want to make this a great project for you. I know I speak on behalf of Sam. Sam does a lot of great work, and he's the guy that's behind the scenes. But I know this project means a lot to him as well. So we're excited about what the future holds for us. And we'd love to hear what you think that we should do, where we should go, who we should fish with, all that stuff. This year has been a crazy year for me. You know, you go from when this all started being, you know, released from the Vikings, where I had played football with them for 11 years and really and truly had played football for 32 years of my life. I started playing football at 4 years old and played all the way till the age of 36. So all the way till this week of ending this first season of the transition season, there's been a lot of ups and downs in between, you know, missing the guys, all the way to, you know, my mother-in-law dying last week, and the support that I've gotten from you guys, all those episodes in between, whether it be from the point that I got released to the point of last week of hearing the tragic news, I appreciate it so much. You guys have no idea how much it means to me, not only from all my friends and family, but just the people who follow along. And, you know, whether it be on my social media, whether it be this YouTube series, the kind words that you guys express to myself, it means the world to me. So I appreciate that very much. And like I said, I'm looking forward to next year. I want to hear what you guys got to say. I'm going to quit trying to pull at the heartstrings. And I'm just going to say this. We're ending this year, but it's just the beginning. And I want you guys to please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And once again, I couldn't have done this without the people that have supported me. You know who you are. Appreciate it. And we'll see you soon.